Roberto. Play the music. Roberto. Sí, Roberto. Destino la música, por favor. Sí, amigo, sí. Gracias, sí. How y'all doing today? This is Papa Lutz with Twig, This Week in Goshen. Welcome to the program. This week we're sponsored by McCarty Associates Architects, Engineers, and Surveyors. This week we are featuring the Goshen CIC, or the Goshen Continuous or Community Improvement Corporation, not continuous, the Goshen Community Improvement Corporation's demolition of the property on 1880 Main Street here in our little friendly village of Goshen, Ohio. This property certainly was a blighted property and needed to be demolished. It was demolished yesterday, Monday, March 1st, by a company called Kopke Trucking and Excavating. This was a property, as you may know, and I'll reference this as well, the story in the Cincinnati.com website. But this was a property that was purchased by the township last year by last year's trustees at a cost of about $9,000. It was also purchased along with another property on Sunnyside Drive, which was purchased at a cost of $5,200. The idea here was to be able to purchase these properties, clean them up, demolish the properties that really did need to come down, and then be able to resell them at a later date. So far we've got $14,200 wrapped up into these two properties. And according to the report here in the paper, there was a cost of $10,000 to demolish the property here on Main Street. You know, I guess yesterday this property was, or the house on the property was demolished. It was taken down, and as we'll see, it is completely gone. But as we also see, let's take a look at what is remaining of the house next door. And we have a video of that demolition, or what it looks like now after the demolition, and after that house has been removed. And let's just take a look at that video now. Now that's a little bit of a pile of rubble, isn't it? You know, you notice the house on the back part of that existing house that remains has some fiberboard, or some exposed fiberboard and particle board that is not anywhere near where it would need to be safe against the elements, against the rain and snow and the cold weather. But more importantly, towards the front, you know, at the remaining part of that brick on that existing house, you know, the old house that was torn down and that existing remaining house basically had a party wall, had a wall that was contiguous with one another. And apparently as you know, the house was torn down, part of the adjoining house came with it. And we've got a little bit of a problem with a hole in the attic on that remaining house. And you know, I think that's a little bit more than just a little bit of a problem, because that's not going to be very cheap to fix. And I'm not sure exactly who is going to be responsible to fix that. I don't know if that's going to be part of the contractor's job, Kopke Trucking and Excavating. I don't think he believes that it is. He thinks that that is under the contract, that his part of the contract was to just demolition the house and did not include any repair to that existing house. So is that going to be the township's or the CIC's responsibility to fix that house? Just some preliminary estimates on my part and some of the people that I've talked to, you're probably talking about $20,000 or more to fix that, because of all the issues and problems that they have with that existing brick. So they've already got $25,000 into these projects, and they've only set aside $50,000 for the purchase and the rehabilitation of these 2 houses, as well as 2 other houses. And I just don't think that's going to be nearly enough. They've already spent half of that. So how are we going to pay it? What are we going to do with these? That remains to be seen. But that's why we're pointing it out here this week on Twig, because I want the township to be aware of what's going on, and I want the community to know and to be able to hold our trustees and our administration, our government officials within the township accountable for what they're doing with our money. And we need to be able to watch this very closely. So that's this week's program. There you have it. Thanks again to McCarty Associates, architects, engineers, and surveyors. Next up on the calendar, we're going to be traveling to the Goshen High School Drama Department's presentation of Hound of Clackervilles. And that's going to be this Friday and Saturday evening. So we'll see you there, or we'll see you later. Again, I'm Papa Lutz for Twig, wishing you all the best. Bobby, that's it for this week. Crank it up, roll the credits, I'm out of here. Thank you very much.